I don't play dads, man.
Specifically this role, Rami Malek was very helpful when I was going through a near panic attack. I was about to start shooting and I didn't feel ready. And I spoke to Rami and he really helped me. I had an unrealistic expectation that I could somehow contort my face to look exactly like Elvis. Or I look at other people and I go, they look more like him, or that sort of thing. You start judging yourself. Rami was like, it's not about that. You don't want to go to the wax museum and just see that. You want to see your soul and his soul colliding and creating something that we've never seen before. And that was so liberating. I painstakingly, obsessed about his voice and how it changed and his movements and how they changed and learning karate and all these things. But at the end of the day, it was his humanity that was important to me.
I sort of knew Baz socially. He said, I like to come over and tell you about a project I have. But I want you to know before I come over, it's about Elvis. And I just thought, why would you be coming to talk to me about Elvis? To play Vernon? I would have said to him, I'd like to play Vernon. I said, I don't play dads, man. But he came over and said, look, no one knows the story of Colonel Tom Parker and Elvis. There would have never been Colonel Tom Parker were it not for Elvis, but there never would have been Elvis were it not for Colonel Tom Parker. And he wasn't a colonel, he wasn't a Tom, he wasn't even a Parker. And I said, I have no idea of this. I'd never seen a photograph of the colonel. And I heard that and I said, okay, the Elvis Presley story has never been told like that. That means you're making a brand new movie about Elvis Presley, and I like making brand new movies.
I think it was fate. I never had anybody say, you look like Elvis, or you should play Elvis, or any of that. I never thought that. And then it was the month before I got the call, this friend said, you gotta play Elvis. You go, it's Elvis Presley. It's such a long shot, there's no way. Then I got the call that Baz was making it, and the hairs on my arm stood up, and I just thought, oh, whoa, it feels like the stars aligning. A year and a half. And then I still was working on it every day for those 6 months. I mean, I did nothing else. It's a slow process. I would obsess about what his eyes were doing at a certain moment, or what his hands were doing, or the way that his voice changed. I would go, okay, what's his voice like in 1962? And you listen to that and you obsess about it, and then you go, oh, that's different from 56. And that's different than 72. It was fascinating.
I can't say there was a thing that was hard to do because we're kind of like, hungry dogs, on the set. We all just want to be turned loose so we can start, chowing down on that dialogue and in the scene.
Rehearsing for the Vegas show, we'd had this track that we were gonna do the whole orchestration process to. I worked on that so specifically to get the timing just right. And then we got to set and we did it once, and I saw Baz and he comes over to me and he goes, hey, you think you could do it live? And I said, I could try. And you gotta get them to play it the way that it is in your head. We did it one take, and it was awful. It was just that thing where you feel all the air in the room just suck out. And it's because I was trying to do it perfectly. Everything sounds off, and I just was thinking, this is a nightmare. I'm not gonna get through today. I went into a room by myself, and I just took some time, and it really hit me. And I had this pep talk with myself where I said, this is about hearing the music and getting them to play the music that's in your mind. So I went back out there, and suddenly I felt free. It became one of the most exciting moments that I've had. It felt so truthful. It was so liberating. That was a beautiful moment for me.